Okay, so I made a previous video on Agario's general history, things like its launch, its rise to fame, Miniclip's acquisition, and the decline of the game. But this time I wanted to focus on Miniclip in particular, mainly because a lot of people don't understand why players have such a universal disdain for the company. So, to get a thumbnail sketch of what the issues are and what players want, let's look at two main issues. One, the game has performance problems, mainly random disconnects and lag, and both of these spike every time Miniclip introduces a new update. Two, most of the servers are still dominated by teams that just bully smaller players and suppress basically any kind of competition at all. So, countless players have already reached out about these issues, including Jumbo, Sirius, and Christopher, players who collectively have over 400 million views, 2.4 million subscribers, and are so influential that Miniclip made custom skins just for them. The extent of all of this input is so vast that you can go to virtually any YouTube video or any Facebook post, and half of the comments are people telling Miniclip to fix the game and talking about issues. They can hardly make any kind of statement without receiving massive backlash. So has Miniclip responded to any of this? No. They have an automated reply system on Facebook that ensures they have a very responsive status, and all that does is tell people to contact Miniclip support. And if you do that, you get the same automated reply that they've been using and sending to people for years. Now, funnily enough, this issue got so bad that someone from their PR team posted this blunder of a tweet, which was later removed. Sending abusive messages and threats to our staff will result in reporting to Twitter and, if need be, the police. Don't do it. The story doesn't end here, and that's because for as deaf as Miniclip has been to their users, they haven't been inactive. So features like skins, coins, DNA, and potions are all draws to incentivize microtransactions. Take a look at the layout of the browser version. So in the browser version, you have the play and option buttons and the party mode panel, and those are the only parts of the splash screen that affect gameplay at all. And just to compare and contrast, there are 3 ads: experience boosts, skins, a shop, potions, quests, gifts, coins, DNA, and a level system as completely accessory bells and whistles to this whole thing. And microtransactions can run as high as £80 for exclusive skins. Just as a quick reference, this is what the original Agario splash screen looked like. Mobile version is pretty much the same. Coins, DNA, leaderboards, quests, potions, boosts, 2 ads, gifts, a shop, and a profile system. The practical buttons are the ones for classic, rush, and party modes, and the options button, again. In case you were wondering, the leaderboard is completely pay to win. There's a hard limit of 600 trophy points that a player can amass in a week without using the DNA from microtransactions, but the leaderboards are filled with players that have amassed 4 to 5 times this amount. You'll also see players holding positions that have barely played the game at all, like this guy. Moreover, Miniclip has a history of stealing video clips from Reddit users without accreditation, which isn't only rude, but also indicates that their PR team is scouring the same message board filled with complaints about their game. And ironically enough, they praise solo players on their Facebook page, yet they added a system allowing teamers to find each other in the free-for-all game mode. There is one instance in which Miniclip has reversed one of their changes, and this was their attempt to make Agario run at 30 frames per second. No explanation was given as to why they decided to reverse this decision, though the immense backlash may have had something to do with it. Aside from this, the closest thing they've done to consumer support is fixing an issue that allowed players to get several skins for free. An issue they fixed in one day despite neglecting problems with the gameplay for over 2 years. One last note is that folks over at Miniclip have no idea how to play their own game. There are a few live streams you can watch that include gameplay footage of the staff, and they showcase just how out of touch they are with the player base, which probably has something to do with why they don't have any interest in actually fixing the game. One last thing I want to hit home on is the problem with Miniclip's neglect, other than it pissing off a huge chunk of their player base. First of all, the original developer Zeech specifically noted that the anti-teaming penalty, which he called the cheater detection system, was meant to prevent cheaters. Yes, he called teamers in free-for-all cheaters, and he also tried incorporating a system that removed clan tags if people tried using them. A spokesperson from Miniclip also tried reaching out to the Reddit community a year ago and said not only is Zeech still working with Miniclip, but that they have an interest in fixing anti-teaming at some point. Of course, the evidence speaks for itself here. The hypocrisy of Miniclip shows how exceptionally bad it is at management. They've even recognized streamers and message boards are the reason for Agario's success, yet completely neglect the same people that populated its servers. Agario's site traffic is down, and while you can say this is because it was initially a viral success, the evidence begs to differ when you consider that Agario sustained peak activity for 3 times as long as Pokemon Go. How is Miniclip killing Agario? In short, they're doing it by neglecting the voices of their own consumers, including the ones that helped it rise to fame in the first place. Riot Games released 21 patches to balance League of Legends this past year alone. In comparison, the cheater detection system has not been modified since it was first created over 2 years ago. This is why players are encouraged to play with adblock and to avoid microtransactions at all costs. Miniclip's complete and utter ruination of the game, as well as their refusal to even acknowledge the criticism that they have brought upon themselves, demonstrates that they have done nothing to earn our ad impressions or our money.